This tool is writing books, passing medical exams, launching businesses, and it just got smarter. You're being left behind if you're not using ChatGPT like this. So let's start at the beginning. What ChatGPT, really? You type something in, it types something back. Simple, right? Well, yes and no. On the surface, it's a chatbot, but underneath that simple interface, it's a whole lot more. It's not just pulling answers from a database like a search engine, it's actually a sophisticated large language model, or LLM. Think of it as an incredibly advanced autocomplete, but instead of just predicting the next word in your text message, it's predicting sequences of words, sentences, and even entire paragraphs based on the vast ocean of text it was trained on. We're talking about billions of words sourced from books, articles, websites, conversations, and even code. This training data is what gives it its incredible ability to understand context, generate human-like text, and even mimic different writing styles. It's like it has read a significant portion of the internet and a massive library and can now use that knowledge to construct new responses. This allows it to do some pretty remarkable things far beyond just answering simple questions. It can draft emails, write complex essays, summarize lengthy documents, explain incredibly niche topics in simple terms, or even break down complicated scientific theories. I've seen it generate creative content like poems, scripts, and song lyrics that are surprisingly good. It's like having a brainstorming partner available 24/7 that never gets tired of your ideas or questions, no matter how obscure they might seem. And it's not just about text generation. Because it's been trained on code, it can understand programming languages. This means it can help debug your software, explain what a snippet of code does, translate code from one language to another, or even write new code from scratch based on your instructions. For developers, this is a game changer, potentially speeding up workflows and helping to overcome coding hurdles much more efficiently than before. It's like having a junior developer on call, ready to assist. But here's the kicker, and why we're making this video. Most people are barely scratching the surface of these capabilities. They might ask it a fun question, get it to write a generic birthday message, and then move on. If you just ask it a question, it responds with its default, somewhat neutral AI persona. Chapter 3. The Power Prompts 5 Ways to Get 10 Times Results. Alright, now for the really good stuff. We've talked about what ChatGPT is and what not to do. So, how you use it effectively. It all comes down to the prompts. A well-crafted prompt is the difference between a generic, unhelpful response and a truly insightful, game-changing output. I'm going to share 5 power prompts, or prompt structures, that can help you unlock a new level of utility from ChatGPT. These aren't just specific questions, but frameworks for interaction. First up, the act as or persona prompt. We touched on this, but it's so crucial it deserves its own spotlight. Instead of just asking a question, you start by telling ChatGPT it should be. For example, act as a seasoned growth hacker. I'm launching a new productivity app for students. My marketing budget is effectively zero. Outline a detailed strategy with actionable steps to acquire the first 1,000 users. focusing on organic channels and community building. This immediately frames the AI's response, making it more targeted and expert-driven. Why this works so well is because it taps into the vast range of styles and knowledge areas present in ChatGPT's training data. By specifying a role, you're essentially telling it which slice of its knowledge to access and how to present it. You can use this for anything. Act as a Michelin star chef and suggest a 3-course meal using only ingredients I have in my fridge. List ingredients. Or act as a patient historian explaining the fall of the Roman Empire to a curious teenager. The possibilities are endless, and the quality of advice or content you get is often dramatically improved. Next, the explain it like I'm X and Y prompt. This is fantastic for understanding complex topics or for generating content for diverse audiences. For example, explain the concept of blockchain technology to a 10-year-old. Then, explain the same concept to a PhD candidate in computer science, highlighting its cryptographic underpinnings and potential research avenues. This forces ChatGPT to break down information in multiple ways, demonstrating its versatility and helping you grasp different facets of a subject. This dual explanation prompt is incredibly useful not just for learning, but also for content creation. Imagine you need to create marketing materials for a technical product. You can use this to generate both a simple, benefit-driven overview for a general audience, and a more detailed, feature-rich explanation for technical buyers. It's about tailoring the communication to the recipient, and ChatGPT can be a powerful ally in achieving that, ensuring clarity across different levels of understanding. Third, the challenge creator prompt. Chapter 4. Use cases you haven't tried, but totally should. So you're getting better at prompting. But what else can this AI powerhouse actually for you? Let's explore some specific, perhaps less obvious use cases that can genuinely make a difference in your daily life, your career, or your creative pursuits. These go beyond just asking for information and tap into ChatGPT's ability to simulate, assist, and generate in more complex ways. You might be surprised by how versatile it can be. First up, the job interview simulator. We touched on this briefly, but let's dive deeper. You can tell ChatGPT, act as an interviewer for a job title position at company type name. Ask me common behavioral and technical questions for this role. After each of my answers, provide constructive feedback on clarity, relevance, and how I could improve. This is an incredibly valuable tool for anyone preparing for an interview. It allows you to practice your responses in a low-stakes environment, identify areas where you might be weak, and refine your answers based on AI-generated feedback. You can even ask it to focus on specific types of questions like STAR method questions, or to simulate different interviewer personalities, perhaps a very friendly one or a more skeptical, challenging one. This kind of tailored practice can significantly boost your confidence and performance when the real interview comes around. Next, consider using it as a code review assistant. For developers, this can be a huge time saver and learning opportunity. You can paste a snippet of your code and ask, review this Python code for potential bugs, inefficiencies, or areas where it could be improved for readability. Explain your suggestions. While it's not a replacement for human peer review, especially for complex systems, it can catch common errors, suggest optimizations, or help you understand why a particular piece of code isn't working as expected. It can also be great for learning new coding patterns or understanding unfamiliar code bases. You can ask it to explain what a function does or how a particular algorithm works. For junior developers, it's like having a patient mentor who can break down complex code. For experienced developers, it can be a quick second pair of eyes to catch things you might have overlooked during a long coding session. Third, think of ChatGPT as a personalized learning partner for exams. If you're studying for a test, whether it's a history exam, a biology quiz, or a professional certification, ChatGPT can be an invaluable study buddy. You can ask it to quiz me on the key concepts of subject, chapter, ask me 10 multiple choice questions, and then 5 open-ended questions. Chapter 5. Tools plus hacks, supercharge your ChatGPT experience. Alright, so you're mastering prompts, you're exploring new use cases, you're well on your way to becoming a ChatGPT power user. But what if I told you there's another level? By pairing ChatGPT with other tools and adopting a few clever hacks, you can amplify its capabilities even further, automating workflows, streamlining tasks, and unlocking entirely new possibilities. Let's look at a few ways to supercharge your AI game. First up, let's talk about Notion AI. If you're already using Notion for productivity, note-taking, or project management, its integrated AI features, often powered by models similar to ChatGPT, are a game changer. You can use it directly within your documents to summarize text, brainstorm ideas, draft content, check grammar, or even translate languages without ever leaving your workspace. This seamless integration is incredibly efficient. Imagine you're drafting a project proposal in Notion. You can highlight a section and ask Notion AI to expand on it, make it more persuasive, or shorten it. Or if you have a page full of meeting notes, you can ask it to extract action items and assign ease. This synergy between a powerful organizational tool like Notion and AI text generation capabilities means your productivity can get a serious boost, keeping everything in one place. Next, let's explore the magic of Zapier plus ChatGPT for automation. Zapier is a tool that connects different web apps and automates workflows between them. When you combine this with ChatGPT's API, you can build some incredibly powerful automations. For example, you could set up a Zap that automatically takes customer feedback emails, sends the content to ChatGPT to summarize the key issues and sentiment, and then posts that summary to a Slack channel for your team. Think about the possibilities. Automatically drafting social media posts from new blog articles, generating personalized email responses to common inquiries, or even creating initial drafts of reports based on data from a spreadsheet. By using Zapier as the bridge, you can integrate ChatGPT's intelligence into your existing business processes, saving time and automating repetitive tasks that would otherwise require manual intervention. It's like giving your software suite a brain. Then there's AI PRM, which is a browser extension primarily for Chrome that provides a curated list of prompt templates, specifically designed for SEO, marketing, content creation, and more, directly within the ChatGPT interface. Chapter 6. Your AI journey starts now. So there you have it, a deep dive into not just what ChatGPT is, but how to truly harness its incredible potential. We've covered everything from understanding its core functions and avoiding common pitfalls, to leveraging power prompts, exploring unique use cases, and even supercharging it with other tools. The AI revolution is here, and it's moving fast, but hopefully, you now feel much more equipped to be an active participant, rather than just a spectator. The key takeaway is that ChatGPT is a tool. And like any tool, its power lies in your ability to wield it effectively. It's about being curious, experimenting, and not being afraid to push its boundaries. The difference between a novice user and a pro often comes down to the quality of the conversation you have with the AI. Think of it less as a search engine and more as an incredibly knowledgeable, versatile, and tireless assistant ready for your instructions. Now you know how to master ChatGPT like a pro. The next step is to start applying these techniques. What's the most interesting prompt you've used, or what new idea has this video sparked for you? Drop a comment below with your favorite prompt or a use case you're excited to try, and I'll feature some of the best ones in the next episode. Don't forget to subscribe, because HOWFINITY is where curiosity becomes power. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.